Hello everyone, welcome back. I hope y'all are doing well today because I'm doing extremely well. I have some exciting news to share with all of y'all. I have officially been accepted into the YouTube Partner Program. Now, why is this exciting? This is exciting because I can officially get paid for these videos that I create here on YouTube. Now, I needed to hit a certain amount of watch hours, and I finally hit that number, and now I can get paid for the videos. Now, originally when I started these videos, I thought, oh, that'll be easy peasy. I can do that in like a month. I soon found out, ooh, it's going to be a little bit of a slower burn than I anticipated, and it took me about 4 months, which I guess isn't super bad when you think about it. So there's a couple of different ways that I can make money on these videos. One is by you continuing to watch the videos like you always have, and then there'll be ads on those videos, or some of y'all pay for YouTube, I believe it's called Unlimited, which is basically you pay so that you don't have to watch the ads, and then based on the views that I get on the video, I will get paid from that. Now, I do not have a large view count currently when videos come out, so I probably only make like 3 cents a video. However, I know sometimes we have to start from the bottom and work our way up, so I'm willing to put in the effort to create the videos and just continue trucking along, and hopefully that this community will then continue to grow. I will get more followers and more subscribers, which then makes more views, and then I will get more pay. Now, when I started doing these videos, I of course wanted to do them to help you out by showing you how I create my costumes and little tips and tricks and my knowledge, and so hopefully that helps you out. However, I also wanted to make a little bit of supplemental income on top of my dresses by creating these videos. So hopefully now that will happen. I also would love to make some income so that I can pay for some of these videos, because I want to bring you product reviews and buy things so that you don't have to, and you will get my opinion on them or see how things work, and then you can go buy the things that you think will work for you. So hopefully we can get these views up and I can continue to make money. Now, another way that I can make money is something called Super Thanks. And what is Super Thanks? Super Thanks is basically a tip. So if you're feeling generous and you are watching these videos and say, hey, I want to support Brad and I want to support this channel, it gives me a lot of knowledge to help me create my works of art, or, you know, I've just been enjoying watching his process and I want to give my thanks, you can give me a super thanks. So now how do you give a super thanks? You basically go down below on the line where you can share this video. Over to the side, there will be something that says thanks. If you do not see it, there will be 3 dots. You can click on those 3 dots and then you'll see thanks, and you click on that and then you will see that you can leave a comment or a sticker. Now, if you give me a super thanks, I will give you a super thanks. So if you do a super thanks, I will give you a shout out in a future video. So maybe Sally Sparkles decides she wants to give me a super thanks and say, Brad, I really enjoy these videos. Thank you so much for creating them. I can then say, Sally Sparkles gave me a super thanks and she's really enjoying these videos and she thanks me. Thank you, Sally Sparkles, for supporting the channel. Now, there can also be Ben Bedazzle. He may have a question for me, and so he can then do a super thanks, ask that question, and then I can give him a shout out saying, Ben Bedazzles says, Brad, how do you bedazzle so quickly? Or how do you do this? How do you do that? And I can answer it on a video and give Ben Bedazzles a shout out. So if you would like a shout out, and you want to give me a super thanks, I'm not asking or begging, but if you just feel like you want to be generous or you want to support this channel so that I can continue to bring you this content, then that is what you have to do. All right, so with that being said, I could not have gotten to this point without your help in pushing me along and watching these videos and giving me lots of support. Because originally when I started, like I said, I thought it was going to be super easy to get those view hours, and then I saw, no, it's going to be a little harder. And so then your support and kind comments really helped me keep pushing along to continue to do this, because I thought maybe this is going to be too hard. However, I just kept trucking along and made it happen. So I thank you guys for that, because I could not have done this alone. So thank you, thank you, thank you for watching each and every one of these videos, and for your comments and for your little ego boosts, because sometimes doing this work, I can really be hard on myself, and your kind comments really help me push me to continue to do it. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And so I hope that we can create something great here together and continue making great videos and having product reviews and everything. But that being said, I do have a lot of really fun content coming up. So I'm gonna give you a little peek into what might be coming. So first thing is that I know a lot of really fun people in the skating world, and so I thought it would be fun to do little sit-downs and have chit-chats with some people. So I have my first one set up in about a week that will be coming out soon, that I'm going to interview somebody that I know through skating, but then she's also in another industry that I think will be really interesting to see about. So I cannot wait to do that interview with her. So stay tuned for that. Now, I also have a fun start to finish dress video. You know that I do a lot of those. I do them every week. However, I have one where my Instagram followers helped me design a costume. And so I'm going to be then making that costume and showing you the whole process. So basically, I went on my Instagram and said, hi, we're doing this video, and I want you to help me with this video by helping me design a costume. So for about 5 days, I put out a few different options each day of choosing what they would like to see in the costume. So basically I put out like, do you want to see a sweetheart? Do you want to see a straight across? Do you want to see this color? Do you want to see this skirt? Do you want to see airbrushing? Do you want to see this type of beading? Do you want to see lace applique? And basically everybody voted, and then whatever won, I was able to create 3 different designs at the end off of all of those choices, and then they voted on which design they wanted to have made. So I'm going to create a whole video with that. So I think that's going to be really fun. So stay tuned for that, because I'll be going on vacation in about a week. And so once I get back from that vacation, I can create that video, because I know that I did that maybe a month and a half ago. And so I know y'all have been waiting for that, but it is coming. So that's very exciting. I will also have some product reviews. So I have my first one coming up soon will be my Tuffy cutter, which is my electrical rotary cutter. A lot of y'all asked me about that, and so I want to give you my review on it, which of course is going to be good because I use it, but then I also want to show you tips and techniques that I do for using it. And then if you want to save your hands first off, because cutting with scissors started killing my hand, and so using this electric rotary cutter really helped my hand, but it also helped my time by going faster. So I will have product reviews coming up. I may even do a secondary glue video because y'all really enjoyed that, and that's what helped put the views over so that I could get monetized, which is very great. So thank you. But I may do a part 2 to that video because I had a few comments on some other glues that I had not tried out. And so I am purchasing those, and we're going to try those out. But then there was also some things that I wanted to try with the glues that I had that I did not do in the first video. So there may be a little more knowledge that we can all find out within that glue video. Okay, then a video that's coming up this next week that I think y'all are going to find really fun is that I made a costume for a therapy dog named Bindi. And so I showed the whole process of creating that. Plus she came and visited me here in my studio here in Atlanta. She's from Nashville, and we had a great time getting dog kisses and trying on her costume and just getting it just right. So I think y'all are going to enjoy that video. So that comes out on Tuesday, this next Tuesday. And then, of course, I will have my start to finish costumes, which I have a lot of fun, exciting ones coming up. And then, of course, I will continue to do my quick tips and tricks, which means just showing little tidbits of things that I do to make my sewing quicker or cleaner or whatever. So continue to watch those. So with that, those are the videos that are going to be coming out. Now, one other thing that I think some of y'all may find helpful or exciting is that I had a couple of people ask me if I would do some like workshops or teaching lessons, and I said, I'm not sure how I could do that. Like, would I need to fly in somewhere, and then people have to sign up for it, and they would all have to fly in? Like, how does that work? I just felt like that was a little complicated at this point, and I wasn't sure that how I would do it that. However, I had a couple people say, if you're not going to do that, would you at least consider hopping on a Zoom or a FaceTime with me, and we can chat about questions that I have with making my costumes or beading or whatever. So I've done a couple of those already, and I think people have really, that's been really helpful to them because they're working on a costume, they're at a point where they're maybe having an issue, and they want to get my knowledge of what I would do. So if you would like to do that, you can email me at bg@braggraphies.com. and we can figure out a time to sit down and go over any of the questions that you may have for your personal projects, and hopefully I can help you out. So I think that is probably the solution to workshops, because I've been having people ask me for workshops for years, and I just didn't know how I would logistically do it, because what I'm doing is so niche, you know. So if I can hop on a Zoom or a FaceTime with somebody, then I can actually just work through the issues that maybe they're having, or the questions, or help them think of something that they didn't think about. Because on some of these Zooms, I saw, like, you know, for me, I just think, oh, that's easy, you know, you do it this way, da 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 da. But I saw that maybe that wasn't occurring to the person that was making their costume. And so I was able to like shed a little light, like maybe do it this way, or if you do it this, it cleans it up, or this like helps this issue. So if you would like to have a Zoom, please email me at bg@bradgraphies.com, and we can figure out a time to get together once I get back from my vacation. All right, with that being said, I think we're done, but I just want to thank all of y'all for the help, or the just watching these videos, which is helping me, you know, create them. Because I had the idea for doing these YouTube videos a few years back, and then I tried them for a second, and then didn't ever get into them, and then finally I was like, okay, this is going to be the year that I'm going to do it. And then finally in April I decided, okay, Brad, you need to just start and do it and be consistent. And so I have, and I think a lot of y'all are getting a lot of good tips and help, or just, you know, entertainment from watching these videos. So I thank you for watching them, because without you, I could not do these videos, and I would just be here alone in my studio sewing, you know, by myself. But now I can kind of be creative in creating these videos, because it's a little different outlet than my normal everyday life. Now it does take a lot of time and energy, but hopefully that time and energy will be worth my while once I can get my monetization going and get paid a little bit. But I thank you guys, because y'all are the ones that have helped me through it. I also want to thank my friend Frank, because he watches each and every one of these videos, but he has been helping me along on creating you know, some of this stuff, and coming up with ideas and getting excited for me. So I thank you, Frank, for being a support, because you have been there for me for the last 20 years of our friendship, and you have really pushed me along. He's actually been the one that, like, I know that, like, if I should be getting a video out but I'm kind of struggling, I'm like, Frank is gonna like be like, where's your freaking video? And so then I don't want to hear it from Frank, so I do the video. So thank you, Frank, for pushing me, even though it can be kind of stressful. But you know what? If I didn't have you to do that, then who knows where these videos would be. So thank you. All right. So with that being said, I need to move on, because I have filmed this whole thing, like, I'm going to say 100 times. I couldn't get my words right at the beginning, and I want it to be good. And I was stumbling over myself. And so that is like kind of the work that I'm putting into it. I want it to be good. And so it's not just like getting on here and talking, because sometimes I struggle over my words, and I want it to be a nice quality video. And so I have been standing here in my studio today doing this over and over and over again, but I now need to get home and do some actual work, because I'm about to go on vacation in a week, and I am sitting here trying to struggle getting through this video. However, I wanted to share the exciting news and show you what's coming up. And so with that being said, I think it's time for me to go so that I can get my work done. But thank you for watching, and I hope you continue to watch. I hope you continue to share these with people who maybe enjoy them. And I will see you on Tuesday for Bendy's video. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I will see you on Tuesday. Bye.